Let's talk about paying cash. Now, it certainly has its pros, but it also has its cons. So the reason people often pay cash is because why? They don't want to pay interest, right? They don't want to go into a position of what they feel is debt, and so they would rather pay cash to avoid that interest charge, which then takes more money out of your pocket. However, there is also a cost to paying cash, and it probably is not saving you as much money as you think. So here's why. It's because of this interest principle. You always pay interest. You either pay interest by paying interest, by financing, or you give up the ability to earn interest. And that's by paying cash. So if you had a stack of cash and you use that, say, to buy a car, or you paid cash for a house, you are giving up the ability to earn a rate of return on that cash in another savings environment. So what does this look like? Well, here's one of the main concerns with paying cash. Imagine you're the saver and you are stacking up your savings every month and you build up this pile of cash. And now it's time to buy a car, say, for instance, and you pay cash for that car. Now your savings that was earning interest, specifically compound interest, drops back down to zero. And at that point, you have no more cash to earn compound interest with. So you're going to then build up your savings again, and usually you're building that up to make another purchase at some point. What's happening is every time you use your cash, you interrupt the compounding. What that does is essentially it moves back and shifts back that compound interest curve. And if you have studied any geometry at all, you will know that compound interest is this parabolic curve that curves up and the main power is at the end. So in the first year, 2 years, 3 years, it's going to look like compound interest is doing barely anything for you. But as you get out to, say, year 30 or 40 or 50, you are having significant growth, even if you're not putting more money in, because of all of the growth that you've earned over time and the growth you're earning on that growth. So when you pay cash and interrupt the compounding of your money, you're giving up a tremendous amount of wealth potential that you have no longer the ability to create. So next time you pay cash for something, think about this. What could those dollars have earned for you if you kept them in your control and kept them earning? I'm going to give you a very quick example. If you had $100,000 that you put into savings today, right now, you never added anything of your own money into that account and you never took anything out. And let's say you were able to earn 5% guaranteed rate of return. Now, there's a lot to be said about this, but just for the ease of simplicity, I do want to say that's not an average 5% rate of return. It's not a possible 5%. If we actually could guarantee that you're going to get 5% every single year from now through the next 30 years, what would that $100,000 turn into for you? Your account at the end of those 30 years would be $446,774. Now, you can calculate that on your own using a time value of money calculator. And if you are following along with the calculator, you would need to put that interest compounded monthly, but it's an annual 5% rate of return, just for simplicity's sake. And I'm calculating at the end of each month. Now, what that means is that $100,000 has the ability and capability of producing an additional over $300,000 just of interest if you look at that compound interest curve. But if you interrupt the compounding and keep restarting and setting back, every time you use your cash, you shrink that curve and deplete the wealth that you could have created. And that's a powerful thing because if you reduce what you have the possibility to create, those dollars, those specific dollars, will never flow through your hands again, and you're giving up wealth that you could have created. Hey, I hope you liked this video. If you did, click the link in the description box below for more information. And don't forget to like this video. Share your comments, questions, and feedback in the comments section below, and don't forget to hit subscribe to our YouTube channel.